Hello, and yet another very, very warm welcome to another Tuesdays at 2. Each Tuesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, I come and talk a little bit about some particular topic relating to executive career management, sharing my 31 years of expertise in managing and advancing the careers of senior executives and those who aspire to be business leaders. This is episode number 189 of Tuesdays at 2. So today's topic is very, very relevant, and I hear this all the time. So I thought I'd tackle it, and hopefully, I'm going to cover most of what you're seeking from this. But if you have any comments, please put them in the comments, and I will answer them as we go through or at the end. But today's topic is, how do I attract an executive recruiter? How do I attract an executive recruiter? It's not an easy task, very frustrating task, but it's a must do. If you are serious about your career management from today onwards, right the way through to you retire, you must interact with executive recruiters and get them on board. So it's an exercise in patience is a virtue, but it's not hard, as it's hard to get to embrace recruiters and get them on board with you. So executive recruiters work with senior managers and above, directors, vice presidents, all the different levels of vice presidents, and the C-suite managing directors. And they don't work for you. They work for their client. So don't think you're number one in their list. You aren't. Their client who pays their for per project to go and source candidates pays for them. You don't pay. And if you're ever asked by an executive recruiter to pay, run fast, run a mile, because executive recruiters should never, ever, ever charge a candidate to go and find them a job. So embrace executive recruiters into your overall executive career management. It's all about relationship building. Once you've built a dialogue, a conversation with an executive recruiter, never lose that relationship. They don't want to know, they want to know you all the time. They want to know you when you're landed, and when you've got a good job, and when you deliver stories, when you deliver accomplishments. So every 5 to 6 months, don't call them, don't email, don't pester them and whatever. Just send them an email and say, I'm managing my career, and this is what I've achieved in the last 5 or 6 months. Give them a story, an accomplishment driven story. And if you've got metrics, that's even better. And just tell them, I want to remain on your radar. I am sensibly managing my career. If you have any opportunities with my skill set, please contact me. And then once in a while, maybe every year, send them an updated resume, so they have your resume on file. Once you built that relationship, never, ever, ever lose that relationship. If you land a job, and then 6 years or 7 years down the road, you are suddenly terminated for whatever reason, or you decide of your own volition to launch a job search, uh, they don't, you can't build that relationship back fast. They're going to think, well, he or she wasn't really keen on relationship management when they were having fun at their job. Now they want me to help them. They want me to help them when they're in a disaster, and they're in frustrated, and when they're in panic mode. Doesn't happen that way. So embrace having executive recruiters, and you don't just have to have one. You can have 10 or 12 or 15 executive recruiters from different firms specializing in your particular skill set or your industry, and have them on board, have them help you. And whenever they've got a job that they think is pertinent to you, where you've got the majority of the skills, hopefully they will remember you. You're on their radar. They will remember you, and they will give you a call and discuss the whatever project they have from one of their clients. So you need to get onto their radar. And how do you attract them? You need to be visible. If you just go into a hiding place, you're not going to be found. So you need to be on LinkedIn. You have to be on LinkedIn, and you have to have a fully complete LinkedIn profile, not what I call the skeleton, because that doesn't work. The more text you have on your LinkedIn profile, the more Google and the LinkedIn algorithms will pick you up. So you want a fully complete LinkedIn profile. So you need to be visible on LinkedIn, plus you need to be active on LinkedIn. Don't be dormant. You need to be active, and not just when you're in career transition, but when you're gainfully employed. You need to network. You need to get out there. You need to tell the world who you are and share your personal brand and who you are and your accomplishments. You may be a subject matter expert, in which case, or a thought leader, in which case, volunteer for speaking gigs. There's plenty of speaking gigs within your own environment, your own association. It doesn't have to be even in your own country. If you want to go to another country, you can often get a speaking gig within your skill set or your association. So LinkedIn, associations, speaking can bring huge volumes. And then there's other social media. Don't be frightened of going on Twitter, which is now X, and having a platform there, having a visibility there, and definitely Facebook. Facebook is definitely becoming more of a business-oriented website platform to get your visibility. But you also need to network in person, and you need to network online. So there's lots of videos on my YouTube channel, which I would encourage you to go to, and please press the subscribe button, on how to network and how to attract not just executive recruiters, but other people who are interested in you. But you need to, the crux of executive career management is networking, relationship management. So you can use one of the methods to get in touch with an executive recruiter is to type in the search, the advanced search, and hunt down the recruiters that are within your skill set or your industry, your function, within your geographic area, and then send them a connection invite. But don't just send them just a blank connection invite. Be verbal. Put some text into that box, and tell them why you would like to introduce why you would like to have them on board in your network. Then for the large recruitment firms, the big ones, the global firms like Korn Ferry, Spencer Stewart, Egon Zehnder, Russell Reynolds, Heidrick and Struggles, Olgers and Bernstein, Boyden, and there's a couple of others. They have, each executive recruiter shares a researcher with 2 or 3 of his or her colleagues. And they are wannabe executive recruiters. They're junior, and they do a lot of the research looking for talent. And there's some videos on my YouTube channel on how they go about their search. But go and connect with the researcher. So what you do is pick up the phone and give the main switchboard of that particular office in Toronto, in London, in Delhi, in Sydney, Australia, or wherever in the world. Give them a call and say you would like to send a resume to the researcher who is the researcher to the executive recruiter that you would like to connect with. And it can be. This is nothing in job search is just a split second. It all takes time. It time consuming. But the more relations you build, the larger your network, the better it's going to be for your career management, not just today, but down the road. So connect with the researchers at the big companies, and then the smaller ones, the more domestic ones, and the one-man executive recruiters. See if you can touch base with them over the phone, or that invariably, probably not will they answer the phone, but because an executive recruiter, and I network with them all the time, gets about 40 to 50 unsolicited resumes, CVs every day, every weekday. So you do the arithmetic there. That's a lot of resumes. If they were even to pick up the phone and give everybody who sent them the resume that day just even 2 minutes or 6 minutes, that's their whole day consumed. Remember, they don't work for you; they work for the client at the other end. So see if you can get in touch with them directly by LinkedIn, by email. Get the syntax for their email, and see if you can get them out on board, and then send your resume. Here's a good trick though. We all open those multicolored envelopes like FedEx, UPS, Purelator, and all the other big courier companies. They are multicolored. They're important. So if you really want to get your resume in front of an executive recruiter and start building rapport, dialogue with an executive recruiter, FedEx or Purelator or UPS your resume to that particular recruiter, because that will tell them. I open those letters first over any other mail because they are important. Yes, they cost money, but you need to spend some money to make an investment in your executive career management. So there's lots of options, but I want to say that recruiters work for clients, not you. And recruiters only hold a small percentile of the overall 100% jobs that are available for senior executives across the world, senior managers all the way through to the C-suite across the world right now. They normally hold anything between 11 and about 17, 18% of the overall 100% jobs. But they can help you manage your career and advance your career along with people like me. I'm a partner to executive recruiters, so I prepare people for executive recruiters. I prepare their resumes, I prepare their CVs, I do their personal branding, I do their all sorts of different coaching, LinkedIn coaching. So think about some of the topics I've just discussed and start building your network encompassing executive recruiters. Doesn't matter where you are in your career. If you're early on as a senior manager, or you are at a C-suite, you still need to build that rapport. It doesn't matter. You can have 10 or 15 executive recruiters. Doesn't have to be one. It can be several, many different ones, and at different recruiting firms. And hopefully they will remember you because you keep that dialogue, that relationship going when you are gainfully employed. So hopefully that has helped most people here today. Has anybody got any comments or questions? Doesn't have to be related to today's topic, how to attract an executive recruiter. It can be for anything to do with executive career management. So I come on every Tuesday with a different topic. Now, next week's topic is going to be, let me just see here. How do I toot my own horn? How do I toot my own horn? So that's going to be an interesting topic, because when you go into career transition, or you either been laid off or terminated, or you decide to embark on a job search yourself while you're gainfully employed, you are a salesperson. So I will teach you how to toot your own horn, the various methodologies attached to that. So if anybody's got any questions, any comments, please put them in the comments below. If not, I will be back. I will be back next Tuesday at 2 for that toot your own horn. But do something to manage your career this week. It's very, very important. Career management is not just a thing to do when you're in career transition, i.e. unemployed, or you're looking for your next job. You need to be managing your career 24/7, 365, because it swallows so much of your time and you need to be prepared because an executive recruiter could call you tomorrow. So is your resume prepared? Is your resume up to date? An executive recruiter calls you, that's really good because you are visible somewhere. They found you, they've hunted you down. And there's more information on my YouTube channel. So please, if you have any, there's a ton of, I think there's over 600 videos on my YouTube channel talking about different steps, different methodologies in executive career management. So please do me a favor and press the subscribe button and then view those videos. And if you have any comments, I'm more than happy to answer them. I do answer the comments on my YouTube channel quite frequently. Have a great week, but manage your career. How about this week you attempt to connect with one or maybe two executive recruiters that could bring you value in your executive career management. I will see you next week for another Tuesdays at 2. Have a wonderful week.